East Coast, they get that bread. You end up dead. The West Coast, they leave that spread. And
this Lion fan base have been craving home playoff football since this building opened in 2002, and they've got it today at Ford Field in Detroit. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the New York Giants and the Detroit Lions. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports.
This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. They'll run it again with Barkley. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And some room to work. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
44 yards rushing for him now as he has started this wild card round with a flourish.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Running left, it's Barkley. So that one will get him halfway to the first down marker. 7 yards. Makes it 3rd and 7 now. A handoff, Barkley running left. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. That one goes for 8 yards. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. This has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. A handoff to Barkley. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is 3rd down. Here's a give to Barkley. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now.
From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt.
Sly able to put this one through.
Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines. The defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
To throw on second down, Hampton.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down.
I will see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Hampton. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit. The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They'll look to throw again. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And some space here. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
Right back to him on first down. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's McBride. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Nothing after 1 on EA Sports. This offense so far on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll try the left side. McBride. And some room to run now. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there. 39 yards. As his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0.
Giants 10, Lions nothing.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And no return on this one. It's a fair catch. A signal for and taken.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Looking to throw. Hampton. And a quick throw here. That's complete.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Nothing flashy there. The slant to the slot.
All in the frustration for the defensive guys because it's a quick play. And you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch. And then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
Running on first down, Eckler.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 on second down.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one.
Panther 11, Panther 11. 7 Pirates.
Looking to throw on second down. Hampton.
And this, incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. To throw on third down, Hampton.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kayvon Thibodeau. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback to just throw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is, you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game, telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Jones. He finds his man, complete. That's Owens. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go to Barkley again. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
71 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs.
They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. They've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Two minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety?
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley taking it in from 11 yards out. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that makes our score 17-0.
17. Lions, nothing. Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Lions take over first down at their own 21-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
And the Giants will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Again, it's Barkley.
And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
He finds his man complete. That's Owens. And he goes out right around the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
So a nice run there, and I have to think a strong running game in the playoffs, maybe even more critical than the regular season. And if you go by the numbers, the man they have running it here, he was the best in the NFL.
And since he led the league in rushing yards, I think it means he's going to see the ball a lot in this game, too, because that's what they're built like. That's what they're built around. So I think the offensive line, the tight end, the wide receivers, everyone is coming together, wanting him to get the ball and get it often, and they want to carve some holes out there for him.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. One of these 2 teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest, but now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. This opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Throwing on 1st down. Hampton finding Williams once more, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Giants are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half. This carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
104 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the wild card round.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now Jones. Throw left side complete. That's Owens. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
A first down carry for Barkley. And some room to maneuver. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Now Joey Slye for the point after.
And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Giants 24, Lions nothing. Joey Slye set to kick off.
Joey Slye now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw. Hampton. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get